Folks, we are back with Game 2 in the Pacific Northwest. Pile up. You're about to witness Flathead take on Cherry City. This incredible spectacle derby action will get underway in literally a few seconds. Joining me on the microphone today once again is the one, the only Magic Pony Power Hour.
Yo, yo, yo.
Also, the officials down on the track are going to be led by Extra Crispy and Queen of Catitude. And it looks like everybody's raring to go, so without further ado, let's get this jam on.
Jam on it.
Zero Fox is down there for Cherry City, and Grand Chiha is out there for Flathead. Four quick points are scored by Zero Fox, and this jam comes to an end.
And the drift. The tide comes in.
Tiny Tank is out there, and for Cherry City, engaging that strong wall by Flathead to get things started.
And that's Vengeance. Up for Flathead.
Multiplayer block is called, and that is going to send Half Sweet Annihilator to the penalty box to get things started.
Tiny Tank breaks out for lead jammer.
Tiny Tank gets in, muscles their way through, gets past on the outside line, picking up 4 points. Cut track being called, and that is going to be on Illuminati. So that is now going to be a power jam for Tiny Tank.
Tiny Tank just ripping up the track right now. Hop, skip, and a jump on the inside. Tiny Tank 4 more.
Wow, that was a great jump there to get through to the other side.
Hey, don't forget to check out Mark with Ink Bus Tattoo. They're outside. Sign up for a $50 flash piece that you can get right here in the parking lot at the roller derby.
Rosie Macabre and Illuminati are the jammers in this game. Rosie Macabre is through as your lead jammer.
Illuminati standing in the box. Rosie on the outside, shrugs off one more hit, breaks through. The Illuminati engaging the pack.
Wow, Rosie Macabre gets low, finds a huge opening on the outside and picks up 4 points.
Forearm called on the Illuminati.
That is some incredible offensive play opening up the hole.
And the Illuminati will jam in her third jam.
Well, we've got after a 12-point jam in that last one to get things started, they are going to start again in a power jam. Right now we've got a score of 28-0.
Ultraviolent on the line for Cherry City. The Illuminati in the box. Ultraviolent breaks out. Lead jammer Cherry City.
multiplayer block. That is going to be called on Hammer coming out of Flathead, and they will be spinning a 30-second penalty in the Bud Light penalty box.
Ultraviolet down on the inside. Back to the back of the pack.
Tried to step over that line, couldn't quite make it. Finally gets through and picks up 4 points. Illuminati picking up another penalty, and will spin another 30 seconds in the Bud Light penalty box.
I've had that happen before. It's the worst.
Back to back. Zero Fox out there again with a star on their helmet. All 4 blockers from each team are still on the track.
Flathead starts this jam with their jammer in the box. Zero Fox up the inside line for lead jammer.
Interesting play. And a high block's going to be called on Zero Fox. So we're going to have a jammer do-si-do in the penalty box.
Illuminati engaging the pack. Illuminati through the pack.
Running to freedom, no lead jam right now. So this is going to go the full 2 minutes. Right now we've got about 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this jam.
Illuminati looking for a way around Cherry City.
A little bit of offense coming from Flathead. They're trying to break their jammer free.
Zero Fox taking a beating as they re-engage with the pack, break out. 4 more for Cherry City.
Zero Fox glides through on 1 foot on the outside line. 4 easy points being put on the board. I say easy as in they made it look easy.
Zero Fox. Illuminati.
Big hit on the jammer from Flathead. Illuminati going flying out in turn 2.
Oh, no. Oh, that jam is off.
16 points put on the board in that last jam. 4 points being put up by Flathead. They are now on the board. I was really hoping that. Flathead wants to call a timeout. There's going to be a little conference out between the jam and pivot line out there.
The NICWA is tabling, our nonprofit partner for the Pacific Northwest Pileup. Please check out their initiatives and sign up for updates. The National Indian Child Welfare Association is making a difference right here in Portland.
And you know, if this isn't enough Derby action for you, tomorrow we have some more daytime Derby with a doubleheader. For the Rose City Rose Petals, Daughters of Doom and Voodoo Dolls will be playing, followed by the Rosebuzz, Little Red Riveters, and the Undead Avengers. That all takes place tomorrow afternoon.
That sounds like a lot.
Well, that penalty box is clear. It's going to be 5-on-5 Derby action. Tiny Tank is out there for Cherry City. And Sparnar, that's who will be jamming for Flathead.
Tiny Tank down low on the outside, breaks out for lead jammer. Sparnar still working through the pack. Cherry City holding things down. Cherry City excellently setting up blocker after blocker.
Low block gonna be called on Dirty Martinez.
Sparnar on the outside, dragged to the middle of the pack.
Wow, Tiny Tank just zoomed around everybody, went from outside to in with a big S turn to get those points.
Titan Young to the penalty box, and Sparnar out for a scoring pass.
2 blockers down right now for Cherry City. Tiny Tank getting knocked out of bounds at the top of the apex. Blocking out of bounds that was going to be the call down there.
A little bit. Tiny Tank through for another 4.
So again, we only have 2 blockers out there for Cherry City. Tiny Tank doing a great job and calls it off right before Sparnar gets into the pack.
Sparnar's quite scrappy.
Seems quite scrappy. I like it. I think once everybody gets warmed up and calmed down, I think Sparnar's going to take off.
Is there any way to hurry that up?
All right, Rosie McCobb and the Grand Chahi. Those are your jammers here in this jam right now. We've got a score of 72-8 with just under 20 minutes left in this first half.
Rosie McCobb, lead jammer. Chahi breaks out.
And it looks like a train of folks going to the penalty box. Lots of penalties happening down on the track. Neither team scored, and the refs got the fifths in the air, waving them like they do not care. Still have a score of 76-8. I'd like to thank Union Wine Company. Underwood wines are now available at the bar. When we start serving at 2 o'clock, they have single-serving Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris cans, or a double-serving can of Rose Bubbly.
Ultra Violent on the track right now for Cherry City.
And Vengeance is out there once again, star on the helmet, trying to find a way through. A little bit of offense coming from their pivot. And we've got a star pass.
The Illuminati with the star back on.
Illuminati getting escorted out of bounds. We'll have to go back and start again.
Ultraviolent through for another 4. Illuminati powers through the line.
Dirty Martinez with an escort out of bounds. That was a beautiful play offensively to start dropping players off.
Sparnar back on the line with Zero Fox.
Zero Fox quickly runs through that pack and becomes your lead jammer.
Honors to Cherry City for opening up the inside line so wide. Zero Fox holding it together through for another 4. Sparnar taking a beating in the back.
What a nice turn there to get out of the pack.
Nice jump. Sparnar double hop, skip, and a jump on the inside.
Yeah, me and Magic Pony were talking about that. Let this game warm up a little bit. Sparnar looking very squirrely and ready to take off. The Grand Cheehaw out there with the star on the helmet for Flathead, and Tiny Tank down there for Cherry City. Oh, and look at that. There's a penalty on Tiny Tank, and this is going to give Flathead now an opportunity to be in a power jam.
Cheehaw with the apex jump.
That was a beautiful play out there for them.
Cherry City looking to not have that happen again. They lose it to the outside. Grand Cheehaw. Chahi. Chahi on the inside, just for good measure. Chahi. That's an easy mistake to make. It's like knocking putts.
Yeah. Well, that was a quick, easy 24 points. They just racked up on the board. Tiny Tank is in the penalty box still, and this is going to be an opportunity to take advantage of the last little bits of this power jam. Vengeance out there gets knocked out of bounds.
Tiny Tank weaving through the pack, but it is Vengeance taking lead jammer.
Tiny Tank finally negotiates through the top of that apex and gets out.
Vengeance up against Cherry City at the front, calls it off just in time.
1 point put on the board, so now Flathead is up to 25 points. Bud Light, grab one or two at the bar. They will be serving at 2 o'clock. Dilly Dilly.
Dilly Dilly. Rosie McCobb and Sparnar.
Rosie McCobb is out first as your lead jammer.
Sparnar to the inside line. Both jammers out of the pack.
Ooh, and it looks like a foot race. Rosie McCobb says, no, it's not. You're going out of bounds.
Cherry City holding the line, waiting for Sparnar's assault. That jam is off.
Sparnar picking up 2 sneaky points. I like what just happened there.
Yeah, it was really tight.
Yeah, not a quick call off, and Sparnar took advantage of it.
Up the inside line, the Grand Chahi.
And a low block call. That's going to be called on Ultraviolet. The Grand Chahi again is in a power jam.
Cherry City up front holding things down. Chahi on the outside line breaks out for lead jammer.
Really nice offense was played there by the blockers from Flathead. They ran up and grabbed the blocker and held him back. Right now we've got a score, Cherry City at 99, Flathead at 27. Just under 12 minutes left in this first half. In a power jam, Vengeance trying to find a way through.
Cherry City holding the door for Ultraviolent, lead jammer.
Vengeance taking off that cap, looking for assistance from that pivot.
Vengeance just having a difficult time making any progress with Cherry City's line. Star pass 2.
Yep, that is a star
The
pass.
Illuminati.
And yes, Ultraviolet still continuing to battle their way through as the jammer. Went ahead and called it off, but not before putting 8 points up on the board in that jam. They officially broke the century mark. They're at 107 to Flathead's 27.
Rematch. Zero Fox. Sparnar. Sparnar on the attack right away.
Oh, and a forearm being called on Sparnar. That's now a power jam, and Zero Fox is out as your lead jammer.
Direction of play penalty called on number 63, Veruca Slaughter.
Zero Fox gets out, picks up 4 quick points.
Star Fox on the inside. Star Fox, Zero Fox.
Multiplayer block being called. That's going to put Felony in the penalty box.
It's the star on the helmet. Star Fox.
Okay.
Official review being called by Flathead.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and go into an official review. They're going to discuss what they're going to discuss down on the track. I want to remind you all that to thank our volunteers they are all the wonderful people rocking around here in the yellow shirts, taking care of business and making sure that we are having a great bout here. We also want to thank our live Facebook feed. The volunteers at Rose City Rollers make sure that everybody here and at home can enjoy this great game.
And yet they still let me participate.
I know, right? We're still here for some reason.
Flathead is requesting a back block on a Cherry City blocker. Upon review, we could not determine that the contact was in the center of the back. Therefore, the no call will stand. Flathead will not retain their official review for the period.
Well, there you go. No call will stand, and we will continue with Derby the way it was before the official review was called. Grand Chiha is out there with Star on helmet going up against Tiny Tank in this next jam.
I have it on good authority, King, that it's Chahi. I should never have made that mistake. And out breaks the Tiny Tank. Lead jammer, Cherry City.
Low block being called on the Trunch Bowl. Tiny Tank somehow got across that line, tiptoeing through and scored them points.
Chahi. Out on another scoring pass. Tiny Tank. Chahi thundering into the pack.
And Felony putting a big hit, and Chahi taking a knee. Got the wind knocked out of hers.
Not giving up, and that jam is off.
4 more points being put on the board for Tiny Tank and Cherry City. 7 being put on the board for Flathead.
Ooh, that was a rough hit.
Rosa McCobb is your jammer out there for Rose City. Vengeance out there for Flathead.
Rosie trying to work it up the outside. Vengeance stuck on the in.
Blockers from Flathead taking out Rosie on the outside there. Doing a great job, hit after hit. Rosie somehow takes them, stays in bounds, does about 20 spins in a row, and she's your lead jammer.
Vaughn Helslinger holding the inside line.
Good Lord, Rosa McCobb, every time she comes in, she's taking out blockers from Flathead left and right. Brutal.
Is this jam? Okay.
Well, it looks like that what happened, that there was a star pass, but something didn't go right with it. A penalty was called on Vengeance, and Vengeance is now in the penalty box as the jammer. So we are in a power jam. Rosie McCobb benefited from it. Has 16 on the board and scoring still.
Man, because that was confusing.
Yeah, it took me a second. I had to put it all together.
Well explained, King. Rosie McCobb powering through the pack and calling it off.
Wow. 22 points put up by Rosie McCobb in that last jam.
Wow.
Yeah. And they are going to get this next jam started with Zero Fox coming out there, star on helmet, and they will be in a power jam. Oh, and they want to use an official review.
No, it's just a timeout. Everybody taking this opportunity to talk about certain things. But it's just a standard timeout, Cherry City.
Oh, well, they changed it up on me again. It is just a standard timeout.
Oh, no. Now it's just a timeout.
So a little bit of yo-yo there. But, hey, while we're in this timeout, I want to tell you to support recreational roller derby by buying a raffle ticket. We've got awesome stuff in there, including a growler of kombucha, We Bake cookies, Harry Potter fanny pack, wooden skate gear rack, 4 kettlebell classes, perfect drink, pro electric cocktail scale, Yankee candle that is apple pecan, Pendleton heather wool slippers, purple cotton yarn, Roussel hair tonic and daily conditioner, scrub shampoo, 4 bars of dark chocolate, and a puzzle, all valued at over $400. How can you get this, you ask? Well, let me tell you. You can buy a ticket for $1, 10 for $5, or your height for $20. Get in on this awesome raffle basket.
Ultraviolent back on the track for Cherry City with Vengeance standing in the box. Ultraviolet almost through on the outside, couldn't quite hold it together. Cherry City swarming Vengeance.
Vengeance right now struggling. There's 3 or 4 blockers just making a solid wall, not even going anywhere.
Ultraviolence bouncing through the pack, pops out the other side. Lead jammer, Cherry City.
And we do have a star pass. Illuminati does have the star. And Cherry City did not miss a beat. They have engulfed Illuminati as soon as they got it.
Illuminati with the star. Re-engages the pack. Finds some sunshine on the outside line and powers through.
Nice hit out by Flathead. They did a great job defensively to take out Ultraviolent.
Illuminati down on the outside and taken to the very back of the pack. Ultraviolent suffering the same fate.
This jam comes to an end, and another 2 points being put up, bringing the total to 163 for Cherry City with 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Oh, so we're going to see Zero Fox out there and Sparnar in this next jam.
Zero Fox up front. Sparnar sparring with Cherry City.
Zero Fox with a beautiful move, bouncing off of bodies and getting out of the pack to become your lead jammer.
Flathead drops back to free their jammer. Zero Fox thunders through. Sparnar on the run up the inside line.
Wow, Zero Fox did knock a whole bunch of players out of position and one down to the track to get out and pick up them 4 points.
Zero Fox.
Zero Fox playing some defense there. Spartar having to go back, and Cherry City reacting perfectly to take out Sparnar.
16. Zinneker with a great hit on the outside. Slows down Sparnar's advance.
Wow, Zero Fox.
Zero
with
Fox.
Giant hit. Putting up 24 4 points in that jam.
That's a lot. Wow. We've had worse losses than this. I've had worse.
The Grand Shahi down on the track for Flathead, going up against Tiny Tank. Looks like Tiny Tank playing a little bit of defense before getting their jamming started.
Chahi down and through the line. Tiny Tank waving the team on. Calls it off as she breaks through the pack.
And we are in intermission. Right now we've got a score of 183 to 37. We're going to be back in just about 10 minutes to get this next half underway. Grab yourself a cool beverage, something yummy to eat, and get ready for the second half. And we're back. Zero Fox and Sparnar there. Your jammers in the next jam to get the second half started.
Zero Fox lead jammer. Cherry City just holding down Flathead Derby. Sparnar up front, breaks through on the inside.
And that's a great job. Sparnar just really used the mobility out there. And
That was really good.
Yeah, found themselves on the other side of that pack.
Sparnar takes.
Sparnar turned on the speed and picked up one. That was great.
Awesome.
Cherry City, on the other hand, picked up 7. They're up to 190. Flathead right now at 38. Tiny Tank down on the line, going up against
Chahi.
Thank
the
you.
Grand Chahi.
the Grand Chahi.
I don't know what that means. Forearm called on the Illuminati.
Tiny Tank looks like might have pulled something, doing a little stretch at the end of this jam before exiting the track. Well, hope that everything's going well for them. We're going to have, I believe that is, well, Vengeance is down there. And there it is.
Rosie McCaw.
Rosie McCobb.
Rosie McCobb on the inside line, lead jammer, Cherry City. Vengeance. Muscling through Cherry City line. Vengeance to the inside. Cherry City holding the line. Flathead Derby in there trying to scrape blockers off their jammer.
Wow. Yeah, Flathead seems to be spread all out, and Rosie McCobb taking advantage of it. Just ran past everybody as if they weren't there.
Illuminati with the star on the run. And that jam is off.
Cut track being called. That is going to put them one blocker down to get this next jam started. That is Honeysuckle.
No, it is not. Yes, it is. Ultraviolent and Sparnar. I feel like Sparnar was just out there.
Multiplayer block being called. That's going to put them one down for Cherry City. Sparnar forcing the issue.
Up front, Sparnar breaks out, lead jammer.
And Ultraviolet does get out of the pack with a nice little spin move.
Sparnar tumbles on the inside line. Calls it off.
No points for either team in that jam. So we will stick with a score of 206 to 38 to continue things moving right along. I'd like to thank Two Town Cider. Damn fine cider made here, right here in the Pacific Northwest. Again, that is Two Town Cider.
Zero Fox, lead jammer.
Grand Chahi, gets knocked out of bounds on the outside line, has to come back behind Felony.
Zero Fox on the run, calling it off.
Dirty Martinez down on the line, and will be going up against Vengeance with the star on their helmet.
Dirty Martinez driving Flathead forward. Out for lead jammer, Dirty Martinez. Vengeance still in the backfield.
Dirty Martinez back out, taking around the outside, gets through and picks up 4 easy points.
0-0 Deviant Diva to the penalty box. Vengeance still trying to find a way through the pack. Dirty Martinez around the outside.
We got a star pass. Illuminati is now the jammer for Flathead. This jam comes to an end, but not before 12 points being picked up by Cherry City. Sparnar back on the track once again. And Rosie McCobb.
Rosie on the outside, lead jammer, Cherry City. Felony.
Picking up a forearm call, and Sparnar is out of the pack. 2 blockers down for Cherry City.
Excellent chance for Sparnar to edge the way around the pack.
That was beautiful toe work right there for Sparnar.
Rosie McCobb picks up a cut. Sparnar power jam. Quick footwork and a little bit of a fake. Sparnar around for another 4. As you were saying, King.
As I was saying.
Now is Sparnar's time to start racking up some points.
Yes, indeed. Sparnar actually, like I said, warmed up, came alive, and, well, that's what happens when I start gushing about a skater out there.
That's okay. It
Picks
happens.
up a cut. I believe they scored the points, but they're going to have a seat and think about what they did. And there's a destruction call down there on the track, and that will put Deviant Diva in the penalty box.
Holy mackerel. Rosie dropping a huge shoulder right on the inside line.
Well, that's the problem when you want to face off against a great block or a good jammer. They have the opportunity to level you if they so feel like it.
Star pass, Cherry City. La Cucaracha. And the jam is off.
No more points put on the board. So with that, Sparnar picked up 8 points, and Rosie McCobb picked up 12 in that last jam. Wow.
That was pretty good.
Lots of activity in that last jam. Tiny Tank down on the track, going up against the Grand Chahi.
Tiny Tank, lead jammer.
And a penalty being called on the Grand Chahi.
Tiny Tank on the ground. The Illuminati getting a piece of that.
Beautiful hit by the Illuminati.
Illuminati waiting. Couldn't stop the Tiny Tank. Tiny Tank, another big hit from Deviant Diva on the inside line right at the buzzer.
Deviant Diva with the huge
Wham.
smackdown. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Man, I'm telling you. Woo! Painful from up here. Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery. John Landy, favorite eatery and saloon. That's Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery.
Timeout. Flathead Valley. Roller derby. I suppose I could get us our own garbage can anytime I wanted. Sex workers. On the line, number 61 from Cherry City, Ultra Violent. A cut track called on number 43,
Scheme Weaver.
Come on, Scheme Weaver.
And just like that, Grand Chahi is out of the penalty box and your lead jammer. Wow, that wall from Cherry City is nothing to mess with, though.
Ultra violently thrashing through the pack. Just got tired of standing still.
Grand
That jam is
Chahi
off.
picks up 3 points. So they are now at 49 on the board.
Inching towards parity.
Dirty Martinez down on the line, going up against Vengeance. Dirty Martinez ran right on through that wall as your lead jammer.
Vengeance with the star pass to Illuminati.
Penalty being called. That is going to send the Trunchbull to the penalty box. That'll make Cherry City start this next jam just a little bit short. They picked up 4 points in that last jam, bringing their total to 247. We've got a score of 247 to 49. Flathead. Cherry City on top with 17 minutes left in this game.
Help.
Rosen McCobb and Sparnar, those are your jammers in this jam.
Sparnar in the middle of the pack, trying to work way around the outside. Taken to the back as Rosie McCobb takes lead jammer.
Wow.
Sparnar down on the inside.
Felony with a gigantic hit on Sparnar.
Cherry City drops the wall.
Rosie McCobb does a nice little trick, bounces out of it, and is your lead jammer.
La Cucaracha holding the inside line. Felony stretching things out. Sparnar almost broke out. jumped right back in.
And this jam comes to an end. 4 more points being put up in that last pass. That makes it 12. And Sparnar is getting a cut track and will start that jam in the Bud Light penalty box.
Announce that the bar's open in 5 minutes.
Hey everybody, great news! The bar will be opening in just a few short minutes. So get ready to get your beer on. Don't forget we got cans of wine over there too. Tiny Tank out of the pack on the inside line. That's your lead jammer.
You gotta say hi to people and check out food.
Tiny Tank, Tiny Tank.
Does whatever a Tiny Tank does. Oh, that's jamming really good and picking up 4 points on that last pass.
No, wait. Do you remember this one?
Pint-sized Pistol picked up a penalty. Say that 3 times fast.
Couldn't even
And,
understand it.
and that was for a, I believe, hitting a down skater.
Tiny Tank just will not stop scoring.
Sparnar picked up what looked to be a cut track penalty, and that will put Sparnar starting in the penalty box again, giving Cherry City a power jam.
Oh, no. On the line, 0 Fox for Cherry City, right up through the middle, lead jammer. Zero Fox, scooch to the outside, 4 on the board. Zero Fox, good hit to the inside by the Illuminati. Flathead getting a piece of Zero Fox. Illuminati again to the inside. Zero Fox on the run.
Barnard finally out of the track, and it looks like somebody picked up a forearm penalty. That's going to put a Cherry City blocker down.
Zero Fox.
Barnard is out of the pack on their initial pass.
Sparnar weaves through the pack. 4 more on the board. Forearm called on Zero Fox.
Well, that's going to give an opportunity for Sparnar, and now who is now in a power jam.
Illuminati in there scraping. Trying to drag down the wall that's slowing down Sparnar. Sparnar pushing on the run, holding it.
This jam comes to an end. 3 points being put up. That would be 3 more points, I should say, so it should be a grand total of 7 for the Flathead.
They're gonna make 300. Easily. Yeah, they make.
Flathead is going to start in a power jam. The Grand Chahi is out there.
Oh, the Grand Chahi
Showing you how to apex jump.
calls it off.
Called it off, but I don't think agreed with what she did after she did it. But that's okay. Derby's a game played in short increments, and she can get out of there again and continue jamming.
You're going to make a jump like that, land it,
Yeah.
call it off so people remember.
Yeah.
Boom, done. Look
Done.
what I just did.
Yeah, that's right.
Pow.
That was a cool jump, wasn't it? Well, I do believe in this next jam, you're going to see Dirty Martinez out there going up against Grand Chahi again. I want to remind everybody, it's getting a little chilly outside, but we've got you covered with the RCR soccer scarves. You can snag one at the merch booth, along with other great swag, including a brand new Rose City Wreckers sweat jacket. So it's super awesome. You look cool and be cool in your jacket while supporting your favorite team.
Is it a sweat jacket? Can I get one that has not been worn before?
It's a track jacket. There you go. It's a track jacket. That is
Like an unsweated
Words
jacket?
are hard for the announcers when you've been here all morning. But regardless, they've got a cool new jacket with a cool new logo on it, and I love it.
Yeah, that thing's awesome. Wait, does it have a zipper?
With a zipper.
All the
included.
way up the front in the zipper?
No extra charge.
I love that thing. I'm going to wreck one of those.
Dirty Martinez is out of the pack in turn number 1. Felony with some beautiful defense laid down on the Grand Chahi.
Grand Chahi getting bounced around in the back, but not taking any guff. Right back at it.
Dirty Martinez slips through to the other side easily on that inside line.
Grand Chahi breaks out. Chahi on the inside, and that jam is off.
This jam comes to an end, and we've got 10 minutes left in this game. But don't forget, coming up next, you are going to see Rainy City and Storm.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am.
Are you positive it's Rainy City and Storm?
That's kind of what I was like shaping up to be.
Special guest stars, Wolverine and Jubilee. Tiny Tank, lead jammer.
Vengeance right now stuck in the pack, still trying to fight their way out.
Tiny Tank shrugging off Flathead all the way through.
Tiny Tank picks up 8 points, calls this jam off as there was a star pass to Illuminati.
304.56, Cherry City. Pretty much all of it.
Rosie
Rosie
McCobb.
McCobb.
Oh, Sparnar. Those are your two jammers out there. Rosie McCobb is out first as your lead jammer.
Rosie McCobb running the outside line.
Great
Illuminati
job.
had a piece of it for a second, but couldn't stop Rosie McCobb.
That was a great stop. Pretty much stopped on a dime, managed to run past all those blockers to get out, pick up those points.
Sparnar up front breaks out for 4 more.
Well, looks like they just traded 4 for 4 on that one. That's all right. Cherry City 308, Flathead at 60.
Ultraviolent. And the Grand Chahi takes lead jammer.
Ultraviolet still stuck in the pack. Great defense being worked on, but the inside line opened up. Ultraviolet is free on their initial pass.
Chahi grabbing points. Chahi, one more to get by.
And Ultraviolet heads to the penalty box, picking up a penalty there. That's going to give the Grand Chahi an opportunity for a power jam. Direction of play penalty that will be called out there on Veruca Slaughter.
Good call. Cherry City starts this jam down. Jammer, one blocker with Sparnar on the line. As good an opportunity to rack up some points as you're going to get. Sparnar up front. Cherry City drops the wall.
Sparnar getting knocked out of bounds. Did look like there was an out of play call, but
The Illuminati to the penalty box.
Ultraviolet is your lead jammer. Finds a wide open lane on the inside.
Both jammers out of the pack, and that jam is off.
Zero Fox out on the track. Grand Chahi also out on the track. Slight pack advantage for Cherry City.
Zero Fox muscle through the pack.
There was
Lead
just a
jammer.
big crowd out there right in the middle, and somehow Zero Fox navigated through to the other side.
Zero Fox to the inside, puts four more on the board.
Vengeance is on the line going up against Dirty Martinez. Dirty Martinez finding an outside area. And just like that, Dirty Martinez is your lead jammer. Tiny Tank as your pivot picked up a penalty. It was direction of play penalty.
I was looking for that. Vengeance taken to the back of the pack. Dirty Martinez through for another four.
And we got a star pass, and it does look like Illuminati is now your jammer for Flathead.
That's right. The crowd goes wild for the Illuminati. Dirty Martinez. Just a quick hustle through the line.
I'd like to thank 187 Killer Pads, the leading brand and protective gear of the Wheels of Justice. Once again, that's 187 Killer Pads.
Official review. called by Cherry City.
So, hey, folks, you want to boldly go where no derby has ever gone before? Join us next weekend for Whose Jam Is It Anyway? A game where points don't matter and you'll get to make up the rules. It's sure to be out of this world. VIP and general admission tickets available at rosecityrollers.com.
Fascinating. Sparnar on the line with La Cucaracha.
Well, they are changing it up, aren't they? The Cucaracha does a nice little turn on the inside line, becomes your lead jammer.
Rosie McCobb just absorbing a hit from Sparnar.
They get
That
out.
jam is off.
Yep, 4 points being put on the board, and we've got a minute and 40 seconds left. Coming up right after this game, Storm City and Rainy City will be going at each other in game 3 of this tournament.
Zero Fox, the Grand Chahi. Zero Fox edging, dropped to the inside by the Illuminati. Zero Fox edged out, lead jammer.
Well, Zero Fox tried to do a jump of a player. I believe they made contact, and that will result in a penalty. We have got 41 seconds. Both jammers are in the penalty box. It's safe to say this is going to be the last jam of the game.
Probably. Chahi flying on the inside line again. Grand
Nice.
Chahi fights through the center of the pack.
Yeah, nice little bit of offense to get
A cut track called on the Grand Chahi in that last pass.
Zero Fox getting knocked out of bounds by Illuminati.
Zero Fox. Nothing really touches.
No,
It's like a washing machine.
very smooth.
Well, okay.
Zero Fox in the pack.
Jinx.
Well, a forearm, though, being picked up by Illuminati. And Zero Fox is out of the pack, picking up 4.
Oh!
This jam comes to an end, and we have an unofficial score of 340 to 69. We saw some fantastic play coming out of both these teams. Cherry City, though, came in ready today to walk away with the win. And as we wait for the final statistics and tally to be put on the board, and this jam is done. We've got a final score, 340 to 69. Let's give a big show of appreciation to these two fantastic teams that came out and battled it out. I'd like to give a big thank you to Cherry City for coming in here and Flathead Valley Roller Derby.